What it do? This is well, I ain't gonna say it's a continuation of yesterday, but what's up? I'm here. Gonna do a energy read on the energies of today. Just a message. Hold on, let's give it a little minute. Wait a minute. Let me turn my Bluetooth off too. What it do, y'all? Okay. We're finna read the energies real quick. See what type of information comes out. Sagittarius moon, Sagittarius sun, Capricorn and Venus, Jupiter and Gemini. I can't think of all of them right now, y'all. But Sag is in my ninth house. We're gonna pull 3 cards out the Astro deck real quick. Make sure they up right. Let's see what we got going on today with the energies. I should start doing I thought about it doing like sign, but this is a collective message. I should have put that in the title. Okay. A trine. That's 1 card or 1 energy signature. Things are trying, things are blending, things are cooperating. Something else. Libra, air energy. Libra's in a soft node at the moment. But it being in the soft node or previous or relationship patterns, or peeping certain dynamics in relationships that are going to be transmuted is in a good space for that to take place, or there's an understanding with that. One more card. Okay. No. 1 more card. 2 had came out. Okay. I don't want this one. 4th house that came out. We'll keep that in mind. 4th house is the heart space, the home, the relationships within the home. Okay. So whether those things are good or bad, it don't matter that you could be in a relationship with a person or in the same space as a person relating to them, and y'all not see eye to eye for real like that, but it's understood and y'all respect one another. So that could be the energy. But I put that 4 back though, but we're gonna keep it in mind. Conjunction is in the, but you know, it didn't come out. That's some good energy. And Venus is in Capricorn right now, so that would make sense that you put things in their perspective places. You put things in their, you understand the status of the relationship or the bond that y'all share with one another. It's kind of understood and not too deep in the heart like that. Moon. Sag is in the moon right now, but we're going to let go of that energy for now so that we can focus on this. So we got Libra's in the south node, but what else is in Libra? I don't know right now. But the moon is trining Libra energy. Sagittarius is in the moon at the moment. Okay. So the deeper meanings and reasonings in your real viewpoints about relationships is quite liberated at the moment. And when I say liberated, I mean it's on the forefront. Remember, Venus is in Capricorn. It's like on the pedestal at the moment. It's what's being lifted. It's what's being understood and seen clearly. Okay, let's pull out the numerology deck. Hold on. Let me get something real quick. Hold on. You see it? Hold on. Yeah, you try to open it. Let me see. Get him off the camera. You got it? Okay. Back to where I was at. Okay. As I was saying, you missed a big part of the message earlier because I put one of those energies up. So right now, the energies that we're expounding on is the moon, which the moon is in Sag right now, and the Libra energy. Libra is in the South Node and is trining these things. So it's pretty much like the relationship dynamic and the actual meaning and reasoning behind y'all relationship is being understood. And it's a trine and it go both ways. Like I was saying earlier, it's kind of like how when you're in the presence or relating to somebody else and y'all don't necessarily see eye to eye, but it's kind of understood. Nobody ain't pressuring nobody type shit. Oh, I'm not cursing. We ain't got to talk about that again today. But yeah, I'm practicing not speaking slang words. They're not curse words. They just slang. That's it. I can curse you without saying anything out of my mouth. But we're not talking about that. Excuse me, y'all. All right, let's pull some numerology cards. We're going to pull 3 as usual. Okay, we got this. I already tried to come out one time. So we're going to... Hold on. Okay, whatever. I never got this before. It's a number 9. Huh? Say what? I get it. Minimum distractions today. Okay, anyway, 9. We got the number 9. 9 energy. Of course, we know that's the end of something. So, okay, so maybe even though you may have some understandings in these relationships and they're trying and they're kind of like working with one another, it still could be understood that this is like a wrap, or certain ways that certain parts of this dynamic is a wrap. Like we're not going for it, or I'm not going for it. And that's kind of like respected. Ooh, another number 9. What the hell? I ain't never even really got 9 before at all. So this is the end of a dynamic. This is the end of a way of relating, and it's based off of your deeper meanings and your morality systems and things. All don't really want this. 8. Okay, let's go in on this. Because we pretty much talking about, because we don't got to be talking about no relationship as like husband and wife. We don't even got to be necessarily talking about a relationship with somebody else for real. We could be talking about certain dynamics in which how you relate to yourself and how you relate to the things around you and the people around you and just your overall aura in general. Because number 9 is the overall perspective. 3, 6, 9, and 0 are androgynous energies. Those are like, what's up, healing shadows? Those are like observer perspectives. So we got 2 9s. Okay, both of them are, I don't know, this 9 may not be, I don't know, this, we're gonna see, hold on. I think this is a harmonious 9. Let me show y'all. I think I did get this 9 before. Now, first this one came out, we can see things are separated. 9 is androgynous, not a masculine number. So things should not necessarily be separated, but blended at this point. The understanding of the overall scope of what you are observing at the moment and what you have accumulated, the whole picture that you painted. It's kind of like maybe in a way that you're not necessarily pleased with, but we got another dime, which is the solution. So let me make sure this is a solution first, though. Hold on. Because there's always a way to see things or a way to maneuver that can be helpful. It always is. Okay, so this 9 is exaggerated, the first one. The second one is the solution, but let's go into this. This is an exaggerated 9. This is your 1 through your 8 energy being uncalibrated on some level, and then at that point, it has created a dysfunction or some type of disillusionment for real. Yeah, but I ain't really gonna say disillusionment because you see everything that it is, but you may not see everything for what it is, though. You may be over exaggerating what it is that you know that you see, as far as the whole scope of the. I'm pretty much talking about, if we could put it into a parable, like look over your entire life, or over one entire scenario, or a conglomerate of scenarios that creates a whole, you know, another golem within your own actual reality. But the solution is right here too. First, let me read the exaggerated. Exaggeration says it's provocative and blowing all limitations. The 9 shows itself in the 3 triangles that want to escape to all 3 sides. Intellect, heart, and hands are separated. So yeah, this is also indicated by the explosive. Okay, so like we were talking about with the Libra energy and it being trine to Sagittarius, it's like the relationships that you have accumulated within this atmosphere. You put them in certain perspective places, but that's not harmonious though. But since we had that trine energy, somewhere down the line, you'll be able to put things in their perspective places based off of you moving or understanding like the ending, the switching it up a little bit. You transmuting your own energy, which transmutes your actual reality around you. Could even have you in a whole different space locationally and physically. But the point is that these things did separate in a harmonious way though. I'm not feeling that it's fully harmonious though, for real. I'm not really fully feeling that. We got this 8 over here. We still got some shit to figure out. No question. We got this 8 right here. This 8 is, oh, wait a minute. Let me read the solution of 9 real quick. Solution, here we see the energy of the nonagon, which unifies thought, emotion, and actions in a harmonic way. Now remember, in the inhibition, they were separated, not inhibition, but in the exaggeration, the intellect, heart, and hand are separated. Now here, what it says, it unifies the emotion, action, and in a harmonic, hold on. Thoughts, emotion, and action. Intellect, heart, and hand. Mm-hmm. So with the intellect being exaggerated, this could form or look like an individual or a circumstance that cannot be comprehended for real, or individual that can't necessarily comprehend the whole scope of what's going on at the moment. And that's why it will be exaggerated. And this could be 2 parties. This could be 2 different. I just be hating to narrow it down to people, but we can use people for now. But this could be narrowed down to 2 different parties. One that's speaking something that is not being comprehended by the next one. And no matter how they each settle their own differences inside of them own selves, like the one that's not comprehending could just chalk it up to, all this bitch is crazy. But I still respect her because I got love for her. And the person that's trying to express whatever intellect that's not being comprehended could be looking at it the same way, or he's just dumb as a brick. But it's okay, I still fuck with him type shit. So just based off of that little harmonic little you know, that little extra love, I guess, that's helping things so that things can separate as they need to. So that's the friction within this. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because when you're at the number 9 point and you're finna get ready to transfer over into a whole different experience, the way you end it does matter. But the whole process in which you had to go through to end it in a harmonious way, that will fade away eventually, and the ending will be where you are starting off at next. But I don't know if I'm going too far with that. So now we had 8. 8 is before 9, but it came out after. So this is leading or pointing me to the cycle that has been created, or some of the cyclic components that are going to by default be carried over into this next experience. So the process does matter in that case. But at the same time, you know, how you end things is how things are going to be started. So that's helpful though. So that trine energy was quite helpful, even though you may still have remnants of old karmic things that still play out, but they are understood even in this next cycle. How you gonna fuck? I got the not curse. I'm practicing not curse, not saying slang words, but yeah, you get me. So number 8 is exaggerated. This is the karmic. This is a cycle. This is a feminine energy. This is when things have because before 8 is 7. That's the whole brand new experience of where you are. Like the light that you're seeing is seeing that for the first time, but at the point of 8, you have saw that over and over and over again, and it has created and turned into whatever it's turned into, whether it be a karmic cycle or just a routine cycle. But this is exaggerated. So whatever cycle you just came out of, and some of the remnants from that cycle is going to be carried over. This is the energy that that cycle is made from, and it's exaggerated. The number 8 in the exaggerations looks out of balance, sometimes full of power and sometimes completely powerless, as can be seen from the unequal circles and the small scales. Okay, so it's like you know, like when you're actually like living life and your life cycles go and your process, you're like experiencing them, and even after you experience them and you look over the day and you see the events of the day, and it's like, I could have did better over here, and I kind of did too much over here, and it's like skipping steps over here, and now having to catch up with this that you left off day before yesterday, next week type shit. And that's the cycle that you're gonna have to continue to calibrate type. Yeah, that is going to be some remnants that may carry over into this after this, and you know, we finna go into a new year, both Gregorian speaking, or whatever that fucking word is, and naturally speaking coming up. So naturally, as above so below, that speaks as of a new cycle for us as well, even in our own individual lives. So I'm saying all that to say that though you are ending certain cycles quite well as far as harmoniously, even though they may have had to be disconnected, but the disconnection is kind of like trined up or whatever, there are certain things that are left from the previous cycle that's going to be carried on, but now you know how to work on those things though. But you know, as the life progresses, you always, you know, other things come too that has to be worked on and dealt with too. So hey, I feel you. I'm a number 8 individual, so I get it. And I don't want to self-project either. So let's move on. All right. Let me keep these cards out though. What we gonna read next? I did say yesterday that I was gonna read out of the tarot. I don't know how many people in the chat, because it wasn't nobody in here earlier. So I put some over the number, because if I don't see nobody in here, it's going to make me be like, fuck, I'm going to go. So if you're in here, if you want me to read out of tarot or attempt to, press, I don't know, say something. Anyway, I already know shit. The answer going to be yes, so ain't no point of me even going through that. All right, I'm going to read out of it. We're going to try that. We're going to try that. Let me see, what's my intent? What's my intention? See, I think the reason why I don't is I watch tarot now. I watch it. She said 3. I watch tarot. It's just like when I'm reading though, it's different. And I can't fully explain why But and maybe it's just the decks that I be using. This is an old deck. I don't even want to use this deck. Hold on. This is an old deck. This go back. This got some old. I don't want to read out that. I'm already feeling it. This got some old energy. See, I need some more decks. That's just period. That's just it. Whether tarot or not. But I probably wouldn't buy much tarot though. But a brand new deck. Hold on, y'all. Let me go get one real quick. A different one. Okay. I got a deck. So old, bro. That's another. I don't really want to do the same shit over and over and over. I'm Jackie New. I don't like old shit like that. I can listen to. I can't even listen to old songs for real. Even the hits. Some of them, because I just put some in my playlist, but I know that's gonna be old to me in about a week. Anyway, let's not start with that. We starting the whole point though. I'm just chilling, kid free at the moment, and I do want to understand how. Well, that ain't the intention though. Let's just see. We're gonna. Hey, what's the intention, y'all? I don't know. Hold up. What's the intention? The intention is just to read out the deck. Hell, to get a deeper understanding of something based off of this lens. Yeah, that's the intention. Duh. Okay. This I picked this deck. I had picked up 2 decks when I went up in there. One was this one. Where you at? Oh. One was this one, and one was a Chinese looking deck, and I just picked this one because she's black, I'm black, whatever. Whatever. Just to be in my own energy. Even though that ain't what it is, but you know. That was the little mental processing I went through to choose that. I'm looking at Mount Eternal Love card with 2 old folks on a bench. Mount Eternal Love and 2 old people. That's 2 energy. But Eternal Love, that's like right after the 9. It's like 9 energy. 9, 10, 11 is like 11 energy. Anyway, let me not get too deep into the semantics of numerology and shit. Okay, last shuffle for real. So see, tarot finna bring in some actual, we finna be talking about, that's why I don't be liking tarot. That's why I don't be really liking tarot like that. Because I feel like I be having to speak as if I'm talking about other people. And that's okay. I guess we'll do that. Let's try it out then. Do I really want to do that? All right, let's do it. I had the deck upside down. Come on now, shuffle right. We need 3. Because we kind of are talking about other people though. Because other people are going to be a part of your number 9 after you've accumulated everything. We're talking about everything. People, places, things, items, whatever. Invisible energy. So we are kind of talking about people too though. This one fell on the floor. We got the Fool. The 6 of Wands. And that's another reason I read tarot. Because I haven't been, I'm kind of rusty on my interpretation. But I got the book right here, so we all good. Okay, one more. The Fool. That's like after the 9. You getting ready to go into that 0. I think the Fool is it 0 or 1? I can't remember. I think the Fool is 0. I don't know. We're finna see. But either way it goes, that's a new beginning though. And that's what we were talking about in the numerology deck. Libra being in the South Node. So it's all these, it's quite fitting for this. One more card, y'all. Hold on. Let your hands dry. No. You got to come out though. Got to come out right. All right, that's good enough. And the moon. Okay. Okay. So we got the Fool card. We got the Six of Wands. And then we got the moon. Hold on. I know the Fool card is... The Fool card, it's like, it's the number 0. That's right. This book says it's ruled by Uranus. Taurus is in Uranus, I think. And it's coming out of Uranus going into Gemini. So the Fool card, being something kind of like brand new, but not even new yet, it's you jumping into a different situation as a fool for real. But in this case, you're not really a fool because we gathered a lot of wisdom. So your foolish startup way is not going to be as foolish as it could have been based on you having this knowledge and wisdom and really having a observer perspective of what's all going on. So then we got the Six of Wands. I don't feel comfortable reading this. I don't even know why. I'm finna put them up. I ain't gonna stand. Okay, but we're gonna finish these little two. This is a Leo card. So, you know, tarot readers tend to reference the energy. So if you're dealing with a Leo, what you say? It's only you. It's only you. That's the first thing that came to my mind. So we could be speaking on some Leo energy. Look at the people in your life. Are they truly your allies? Oh, wait a minute. That's the wrong one. Wait. Believing in yourself and having half the battle. Okay, so this is like when you I could see they look different, but I remember what it looks like in the original tarot deck. This is like, I should have just got the original tarot deck, bitch. Hold on. Let me read out the original tarot deck because I'm more familiar with it. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm kind of scattered sometimes. Deal with it. It's okay. But I got the tarot deck right here. And I'm like shaky, and not shaky, but rusty with my tarot. So I probably would need the original in order for it to kind of flow a little bit better. Shit. Okay. See how Gemini do all that shit, all that extra shit, and it be for no damn reason sometimes. That's that number 8 energy. Going through cycles and things. And it's like, you already knew that. Why you do it again? Ugh. Anyway. But after you go through all that and you finally get to that 9, that ending point, you're quite versed on what has happened and how you are, who you are, or you should be. And in this perspective, with this number 9 right here, this exaggerated 9, you done at some point, the exaggeration has even showed itself, and you had to go and face the fact that, oh, okay, that ain't even what I thought it was. And now you have a better perspective, although that cycle has already been created. But it's all good. It's already been created. That number 8 energy, the experience, the whole experience you had to go through that. Okay, so we got the Knight of Cups. That's the water energy. This is so we got the Knight of Cups. That's like, it's not an immature emotion, but it's kind of like, you know, you're in like a sophomore energy as far as where your new beginning is going to start at. King of Pentacles. That's money. That's your values, what you value. You are very sturdy on what it is that you're valuing at this point. That's part of the lesson that was learned of how to value yourself, what to value, and when people don't value you. And that's what's going to help you with that water emotional energy and how you formulate your emotions and how you feel about other people, because you know what to value at this point. And we did have that Fool card come out, which is related to Uranus, and Uranus was in Taurus. Taurus is like values and shit. And even though people want to chalk it up to money systems and things that had been shaken up, but Uranus also shook up certain ways in which how you value things and whatnot. Okay, then we got, why this don't got no goddamn, what this is? Because it don't, I think this is the 6 of Cups. Why it don't have it at the bottom like all the rest of them? But yeah, this is the 6 of Cups. This is like nostalgia. And that water energy. You know how when you reminisce on things and it makes you emotional and it makes you even want to call these people retrograde, Mercury retrograde type shit, but Mercury ain't even in Sag. So being that it's not in, Mercury ain't even in the water, it's in Sag. So being that Mercury is in Sagittarius right now, that's kind of assisting in your, like, what did I just say? Yeah, that's kind of assisting you in like how you are able to see this. You may don't fully have a logical explanation as to why you feel the way that you feel about these old experiences, but you know that you feel how you feel. And the logic will come after because it's in the Mercury space. So it's just being processed right now. But the nostalgia, it ain't like it came up upside down either. It came up in its upright. So it's kind of like you still are valid. That's the reason why we had that trine energy when it came to the South Node Libra, even though it was just Libra. But we had that Libra energy and that trine and what it was. What was it? Oh, and the moon. But that trine is assisting these nostalgic people, places, things, events, occurrences, or bonds that you have with individuals or whatever, to be able to be separated in love and respect still, because y'all still had that experience together. Y'all still have memories together that actually helped shape who you are, or assisted you in certain scenarios and things. So you can't take that away from the disconnections that has to happen, and they can't take that away from you. They can't take the fact that you're a real, I can't curse. They can't take the fact that you're a real one away from you, but they might just don't, y'all just don't have the same morality system. Y'all don't have the same morality system. Look at this at the bottom of the deck. We got 3 of hearts at the bottom, but it's at the bottom. So although it may be heartbreaking, it's like that's not a priority though. You know, it's a lot of things you've had to deal with that's heartbreaking, and those things still had to be shedded. And when you didn't want to shed them because they were so heartbreaking, they ended up being even more heartbreaking in the end anyway. So just let it go while it's okay. Like, it's a good timing for things to be understood. Like, you know, when you got family members and y'all already have friction, but y'all were able to squash the beef. Like, leave it alone then. Don't call that bitch next week acting like y'all cool again when you know, especially at this point, you know that this is not even no type of setup to where we are supposed to be cool in the next 50 years anyway. So it ain't, what's the point? It would be to me to just let things silently be like they are, and so the child can continue to be cordial when it's time for a funeral or the next holiday, or y'all see each other at the store, because y'all don't fuck with each other anyway like that. Y'all ain't on the same type time. So, you know, not no more. People changed, everybody changing, that's the whole point. Oh, I already pulled 3. The Fool had came out. I had put it back though. Let's keep going. We already understand that the Fool is out. See, I can, yeah, see, that's, okay, I'm gonna read from, when I do read tarot, I'm gonna read from this deck. Why does want to come out though, bitch? Both of these came out, type shit. Somebody may be low-key going through some mental anguish based on them not having that full comprehension that we was talking about, and them not understanding that the cycle is okay. Like, let it go. It's okay. It's not like, you know how people just don't be knowing that things are okay to let go. People don't want to go in their own shadows themselves. First of all, they don't even want to go in themselves and let certain aspects of themselves go. So if that's the case, you may have been, what's the word I'm looking for? Fuck, I can't think of the word. You may have been, I need that word. The word I'm looking for is like, when you help somebody in they bullshit. You may have been, start with a C, but you may have been, I can't think of the word, but you may be a little piece for this person that they look to console themselves because they refuse to look at themselves. But since you moved on, that kind of like caused a distortion with them. You can't do nothing but love them from a distance, send them good energy. Like, when you have thoughts about these people that you've had to separate from, don't have no ugly negative thoughts about them as much as you can. Like, be truthful in your heart and in your mind about the situation, but don't dwell on, yeah, that's why I don't fuck with that bitch anyway. I know I'm right. Because guess what? I remember when, like, don't do that. The end is the end regardless. So let's not have any type of energetic clouds, because I know that when you have thoughts about people, especially if they're having thoughts about you, and especially if you're in their like energetic circumference for real, that is, you're relating with them literally, whether you are in their presence or not. That's causing a chain reaction, and it's going to play out in the physical too. So just let it go. because you do understand. Maybe the other individual may not understand fully, like, or comprehend, or maybe parts of you don't even comprehend, but it's not for you to like see it yet, like not see it, because you see it. It's not for you to necessarily have the words for it yet, because sometimes things have to continue to process so that you can fully have the words for situations. But whatever this feeling is that you know in your heart is the truth, you need to like just hold on to that. I mean, it ain't the end of the world because you can't fuck with a person, you know. It ain't the end of the world. Your life still go on. Your heart still beating. The sun still gonna come out tomorrow, and they still, they life gonna go on too. Like you, it's like, what's the word? I can't think of that word. Let me see. Did you say it? No, she didn't say it. I can't think of that word. When you codependent, damn, fuck, that wasn't even hard. But the codependency, like people have codependencies tendencies, and they might don't even have nothing to do with you. And if you have codependent tendencies too, this is where that mirroring and that karmic relationship comes into play, where both of y'all are like the blind leading the blind. But once somebody is able to see, it's not for you to pull them with you because they can't see, you know. Like people got to do their own work, baby. So you got to be the wiser spirit for your sake, not for their sake, to know how to go ahead and let bygones be bygones. And I ain't even saying separate fully and completely from a person, because that could not even necessarily be a possibility depending on your living situation or whatever the scenario is. But what I am saying is, like, separate certain dispositions that you may share towards these people, because you know it's not in truth anymore. And if you have certain dispositions, that's going to lead people on and make people believe that certain things are okay and you're on the same page with them. But no, you change your disposition when it comes to these people or these scenarios, so that what's understood don't have to be said, because the words may not quite be there. This person may be in a blind, and you may feel, see, I didn't like reading tarot. I'm sorry to cut myself off, because I don't be liking to talk about people, but let me go and finish the point. What was I finna say? These people may not necessarily be able to comprehend, but there was a point in everybody's life where things that happened were very necessary, but you had to go through the turmoil internally based off of the shakeup or the disaster or the change up that had to occur. But at the end of it all, once you got to that 9 energy, and once you matured a little bit and had the wisdom and understanding on the whole perspective of what had happened, you understood at that point. So don't worry about them not understanding. They will later. Just like when your mama whooped your ass, later on when you got grown, you were thankful that she disciplined you. Some people, now I ain't saying everybody, but you know what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying, because everybody, you know. But anyway, whenever you respect people that that have certain boundaries, and it's, even if you could be talking about an old ass individual who don't even understand the concept of someone being older than them spiritually, and that be the blind spot. And it's like they will never be able to accept that you can know something that they can't. They will have to go through the experience themselves, type shit. But anyway, should I pull some more of these? I don't want to. I don't want to pull no more tarot. I don't know. It's like I got a karmic. It's like I don't know what it is about tarot for me, but tarot played a big role in certain deep changes in my life. So it's kind of sensitive to me when it comes to me reading tarot, because I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. No, I don't lie. Where my cards at? Okay. We're going to read out one more deck, y'all. That's what I'm saying. I understand tarot, but and I used to study it in order to learn it, and I used to read it like way, I ain't gonna say like it's been 15, 20 years, but like about 7 years ago. But I was in a totally different space. I was in a different space though, and I still watch tarot, like I just said, but I only watch certain readers now. And I only watch them from a certain type of lens. And I know there's like a much love our song going up today. Sweat Sea, y'all stay tuned. But there's like a aura over tarot. You know what I'm saying? It's like a preconceived notion with tarot, and it's so deep to where I don't even want to read it for real. Anyway, let's leave that right there. And it's based off of falsehood too. Not to say that that's something that's that the intention behind it in the first place. Now it's based off of motherfuckers distorting shit just like they did the Bible. And I don't read the Bible, but yet I don't look at the Bible like it's a fucked up negative. You know, let me shut the hell up. All right. All right, give me 3. So the original perspective or the original message we were talking about, just the baseline, was the I'll put the cards back. Where Libra it wasn't about the South Node, but we know that Libra is in the South Node. It was the moon. The moon is in Sagittarius right now, and it was trined up. So the deeper meanings and what has taken place throughout that experience in these relationships, whether it be people, places, or within yourself and your surroundings, you understand what needs to be taken or disassembled and what needs to be separated and what you need to forego with. You know what you need to let go of at this point. And both parties understood that that's where y'all at. Whether both parties are comprehending their deeper meanings and reasoning, one side is though. And whatever side, that's who I'm really talking to. Whatever side that is comprehending their life and their morality systems compared to others and how others' morality systems can distort theirs. It's like the deeper reasonings as to why that's important. You're understanding that there is an importance, whether you have the words for it yet or not. Because with Mercury being in Sagittarius right now, you can see these things, but you may not be able to fully explain them like that. Or you may not have the words, but you know the feeling that you got is legit and it's valid. So, you know what I'm saying? The 44 was in reverse when I pulled it out. But 4 equaling 8, we had the 8 energy come out earlier. And it makes sense that it was in the reverse because that 8 energy that we had earlier, the cycles that has been created and the little distortions that happen from you skipping steps or you overcompensating here or not doing enough over there throughout the day, which macro will be throughout the month, year, your lifespan. It was in the reverse. But I remember the message yesterday was also that at this time, you're able to shape shift your timeline based on your morality system and how much you stand on that and how much you make sure that that is something that is recognized when you make your daily decisions in which who you talk to, what you do, how you deal, how you talk. You know what I'm saying? This is all we can look at it either way. Because but 4 and 4 is logical balance. It was in the reverse, so it's kind of still blocky. We already talked about that. Y'all gonna have to rewind because it's pretty much the same energy from that 8 that I was finna get ready to say again. I don't want to say it again. Okay. And we're gonna read these out the book. And after I do that, I'm gonna do it. No, we're not doing that, bitch. No, I ain't doing that. 3 cards came out, but no. One at a time, please. I don't know what time it is. Okay, I like the way that came out, even though it flipped the way it flipped all the way over there. It was very exciting and ready. Like, bitch, let me out. Ooh, growth. The present moment. Ooh, 8, 9, 10, 11. We talked about that 11 energy earlier. That was the reciprocal understanding between 2 different individuals and the relationship thereof. And it's like that is going to allow you to let go some shit. You can shed certain things that are accumulating within a shadow. But now that these things have been separated and there's a mutual understanding, whether they are y'all are glad about it or not, but the fact that there's a mutual understanding is going to allow you to finally be free in the present moment to some extent. Let me not be so excited, but the way it had jumped out made me excited. So, but hey, that speaks on the energy. So although this new cycle that you are creating, like I said earlier, the ending is quite well. even though the detachments had to be made, but the understanding and the ending is quite well. But the whole process and how you went through it, yeah, you were kind of flunky in it. And some of those things are going to carry on into the next cycle that you're going to be experiencing. But that's the reason why I was excited about this energy, this present moment, because your present is the process, your present is the gift, the present is all there is for real. So you can be excited for whatever, because I'm relating the present to the future and the past at the moment, because all that. Anyway, because this would also signify to me, you can be excited about that, because your present moments. Now this light throwing me off. Hold up. I like to be able to see. Anyway, but this is gonna be, you'll be able to create things more harmoniously based on you having in the moment more balanced energies, because certain things are understood inside. As within, so without. These things have been understood within, and now without. Even when within your relationships, the understanding, you'll be able to experience that based on the inner work. Because hey, life is but a dream. You create this shit yourself from the internal. We know that, but you know what I'm saying. Let me say it again. Okay. One more card. I might don't even need to read them, because I just pretty much said everything need to be said. Okay. 33, adversity. 6, energy. 2 different environments. You might be in a certain solar environment. Why I use that word? I just be making up shit. But you might be in a certain flow or system, or your environment, your aura, your whole reality and how it flows may be in oppositional to somebody else's. That go back to that other individual in quotations, because that's just short to say, but whatever that is that's being related to, that has to been, but anyway, those 2 environments may clash at times. That's the adversity. That's how the adversity is created. And then number 6, energy, is the overall observer space that has been like accumulated. And when those 2 things come together and clash, that's just like a world war. It's just like a war. Just say that shit. But pressure bust pipes. Diamonds are created under a lot of pressure and shit. Because if you notice, the friction and the sunlight hitting that, whatever that is, it looks like it's whether it's creating, okay, because from this angle it looked like a psychedelic shit, like a shroom, and first mind went to mold, but really it's a flower or whatever. It could be that too though. But it's creating some type of growth within the flower though. So that adversity that you was experienced previously, this is another reason as to why to let things go while they're good now. You don't want to hold on to this shit when you already know these 2 worlds don't collide with one another harmoniously. So while things are just now being shined and seen, go ahead on and accept it and pull out. Because what you already know is that what's going to be created is going to start growing, because you're finna get ready to go into a whole brand new cycle. Both esoterically speaking and literally in the atmosphere. We're finna get ready to go into a new year, both Gregorian and in March. So it's like, yeah, let these things go right now. Okay, so let's read it out the book, and I'm gonna be through. What we had first? First we had 44 balance. Where the book at? Oh. 44. I turned to both of those like without, okay, anyway. So 44, all parts of my experience are in equilibrium. This was in the reverse, let's remember that. Each receiving equal portions. In your day-to-day life, there are so many things that demand your attention. The physical needs of others, coupled with your own desires for a happy life, can often lead you to experience of energetic instability. When you look at the experience of stress, you see it as an unfinished manifestation, a desired thought coupled with energy of your intention sent out into the world to bring to you that which is needed. It is a powerful skill, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I figured I didn't necessarily need to read that, because first of all, that's not even the correct perspective, but we can say that because we were in the reverse. But this is that in what I just read would be like what you are shooting for your next cyclic scenario. Let me see if we got to a different point. So the question, that's a good point. Do the needs of others outweigh the needs of me? Throughout the day, is the reciprocation of the energies and the people around you making sense? Are you allowing reciprocation? Are you like bending when it's needed? Or are you standing stern when it's needed? And only time you need to bend and it be needed is when you know that other things bend with you. But then that goes back to that trauma bond, that goddamn, what we were just talking about. Damn, I forgot the word again. That goes back to that codependency though, because sometimes people don't be wanting to let go of things, people, and scenarios based off of them knowing that I'm kind of broken over here, so I can only be in my full broken self when I'm around this person because they're broken too, and that's the reciprocation. And that ain't the reciprocation I'm talking about. But with this number 8 energy, that's what's needed to be corrected at the moment though. So yeah. All right, then we had 38. The present. In the present is the opportunity. In the present moment, my presence is powerful and witnessing to all my experience. 8, 9, 10, 11. The present is an opportunity for the empath, or the spirit, the soul, and the body, to witness all that they are in the moment. The emotions, the thoughts, and aches. See, you ain't gonna be able to be in a present moment when you're around people who are living in their pain and in their past and their trauma, or shooting for a future that they're not even preparing for. You won't be able to be in the present moment. And that's a part of the morality, a part of your moral system that is being asked to be highlighted. Whether you express these things or you know how to or not, it's for you to respect them though, and for you to value them at the moment, so that you can know how to respect your own life. Because if you're around people who don't respect themselves, then they're not going to respect you, and you're going to end up not respecting them, and then you're not going to respect yourself, because you're like, it's a fucking number 8 type of cycle that we were talking about earlier. So if you can separate from these bullshit ass individuals and patterns and behaviors that you yourself may have, this is a time that can help you transition into a more aligned timeline, because we had timeline come out yesterday. Plus, we're finna get ready to be in cap season, which is going to end up in the next year. I don't want to read the rest of that because it's so cliche. But the last one, 33, adversity. No matter how deep the muck of my experience, I will continue to reach for the light. The story of the lotus is one of overcoming. So it was kind of like a psychedelic, even though a lotus ain't really psychedelic. But I got some lotus flower, purple lotus flower, JackieNewStore.com if you want to purpose. Why would I plug myself? I won't fucking stutter. But if you want to purchase some, go to JackieNewStore.com. Anyway, so the story of the lotus is one of overcoming obstacles, right? If you want to be wise, that's the only way you're going to, like, when you look at a person that has overcome obstacles, they're quite wise. So if you're the wise individual that's going to overcome obstacles, it's for you to know when enough is enough. When the sun has shined on you in another individual's type of situation and things are finally understood because you can see the light of the situation for real, accept it and move along, because you don't want to, the flower can't be up under extreme sunlight for 24 hours a day, every day for the rest of the year, and it still grow. Like, no, let that shit go so that you can go ahead on and move on. It's pretty much the same over and over message that I'm getting, y'all. And I'm finna dip because I'm child free for the moment. Yes, sir. I don't really got enough to say. If y'all want to add something in the chat or something, whatever. Let me see how many people in here. Oh, big ain't number 2 people in here, but it's okay. I love y'all too. But I am gonna dip. I fuck with y'all. I can't curse. I'm finna stop cursing for a little while because I got a TikTok live, y'all. And like, you can get banned for anything. And cursing is like, that's my number 1 Achilles heel when it comes to talking sometimes. And that's too simple for that to be a problem. And it's not even cursing. It's just conforming to the ways of this world. Because it's just a fucking word. It's just a vibration. The fuck? But, all right, y'all. I'm finna dip. For real. Finna go. Peace. And y'all want to come out soon as I dip. Bye. It's too late. Better rewind.